Hey crafty friends, and welcome back to my channel, Stacy Makes Things. Today, I'm going to show you how to create a simple, beautiful wedding card in just minutes using Cricut's insert cards and your Cricut machine. They're easy to do and perfect for those last minute moments. All right, let's get started. I'll be using this Cricut insert card set pack. It's a dark gray color with a fun holographic insert card in the R20 size. And then I will also be using my Cricut Joy Xtra card cutting mat. Let's get to it and head over to Cricut Design Space. And I'm going to start with clicking on the New Project button to create a new project. It will open up a blank canvas, and I want to find a ready-to-make design for my insert card. I'm going to go to the sidebar here and click on Projects. This will give me all kinds of projects that I could make, and there are just so many. Since I'm looking for insert cards, I'm going to narrow down my search, and in this dropdown, select Insert Cards. And now I'll get all the different options for insert cards that are ready to make, which is awesome. Especially when you're trying to make something quick, this is a nice option. Since I want to find a wedding theme card, I'm going to enter in the search bar here, wedding card, and I will get results for all the different wedding cards. I'm going to scroll through to find one that I like, and I like this Congrats floral card. I think it's very simple and elegant. I'm going to pick the size R20 since that's the size of the insert cards I'm using, and you can have the option to click Make It and go straight to cutting it, or click Customize to make some customizations to it, which is what I'm going to do. So the design is placed on my canvas, and overall I like the design already, but I want to cut out a simple white cardstock insert to put in the card to write a message on. I'm going to create a rectangle and size it at 4 by 5.25 inches, which is the same size as the insert card. Now I'm set and ready to cut, and we'll click Make. Now we're in the preview page, and I've got my white cardstock and my design on two different mats here and ready to cut. I'm going to cut out the design first, so I will select the mat with the design on it. And for the material load type, I will click on the dropdown and select On Card Mat. You'll see in the preview that it will update the mat for cutting, and then I'll click Continue. Now I will select the correct material, and I will pick the Insert Card cardstock option. But first, I want to update the cut settings for this material because I like to make sure my cuts go through really good the first time. And this is not something you have to do, but this is just a personal preference of mine. Now I'm going to click on Browse All Materials and then click on this tiny link called Material Settings here at the bottom. Now you'll get all the material types that you can customize their cut settings for. I'm going to go to the Insert Cardstock Material setting, and you'll see I've already increased the cut pressure just a little bit, and I've changed the cut settings to be twice and selected the 2x option. And then you'll want to click Save and return back to the material selection page and select Insert Cardstock. Now I'm ready to cut, and we'll click Go. I'm going to prep my card mat, and for these insert cards, you want to use a card mat that is designed specifically for these insert cards. And I'll grab my card, and the card is already pre-cut and ready to be placed on the mat. I'm going to slide the card over the top of the mat and make sure the top of the card is adhered to the mat. Also, the nice thing about this card mat is that it has guides for the different sizes of cards you want to use. And so I want to make sure my card is aligned with the R20 guides. And now it's aligned properly, and I'll use my brayer to go over the card to make sure it sticks pretty good. Now we're ready, and I will load the card mat into the machine to start cutting. In the interest of time, I will speed up this cutting part, but it does cut 2 times like I had it set to. Now the cut is done and I will unload the mat from the machine and put it aside for now. Then I'm going to prep my white cardstock for the inside of my card to get cut out. Since I'm using some lightweight cardstock, I will select the light cardstock material. Since I don't have it bookmarked, I'm going to click on Browse All Materials and search for the light cardstock option. And I'm going to bookmark this as well so that it will always be in my list of default options. And then I'm going to click Done, and then that's ready to cut, and I will click Go. Now I'm going to take my cardstock and place it on the light grip cutting mat. I'll just make sure that it's on there pretty good, and then I will load it into my machine to cut. Once the cutting is done, I will unload it and remove it from the mat. And to help reduce any bending in the cardstock, I like to place the mat face down and pull the mat away from the cardstock. I'll put that aside for now, and then I'm going to go back to my main card design and remove it from the mat. I'm going to take my spatula tool and go under the card and slowly lift up the card front with my spatula. And since this has a lot of little cuts and I don't want to rip the card, I'm going to take my time and go through it piece by piece, lifting slowly until the entire card is off the mat. Now that it's done, I'm going to slide the card off my mat. And I'll worry about scraping off the excess pieces off my mat later. But now my card is done and cut out. And I'm going to clean it up a little bit and get some of the tiny cuts off with my weeding tool. And now it looks good. Then I'm going to take my holographic insert card and slide it into the 2 slots on the back side. And now I have a fun, shiny card. And then I'm going to take my white cardstock that I cut out and use double-sided tape and put down tape in the corners and then place it on the inside of the card. And now I have some nice space to write a little message in the card. And that's it. I think it's beautiful and I love the holographic shine. And best of all, it was quick and easy to do. Definitely head over to Design Space and give one of these insert cards a try. And I will link all the materials and supplies for this project down in the description below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more crafty fun. Thanks for watching.